I assume if you want to main Fiddlesticks, it's because you're a fan of Marilyn Manson and want to have a character that sounds like him on half of his songs, your favorite game genre is horror and you want to play the character that best embodies that concept of the wall game, from gameplay to very creepy spooky voice lines, or you just watched Machinis and wanted a champion that looked like Christian Bale. All demons of Runeterra start originating mostly through emotions, so humankind is born before Fiddlesticks. However, Fiddlesticks is so ancient that he has met the Kindred as a human form. Fiddle refers to the Kindred as the Grey Man, which is the human form of the individual before splitting himself into the Kindred entity of Wolf and Lamb. As a side note, the Kindred is representation of death, not a demon. Therefore, on Runeterra, fear is older than death itself. Fiddlesticks, the demon of fear, the first demon and strongest of them all. He is one of the 10 kings. The other 9 kings are currently unknown. The true demons of Runeterra, which are lesser powerful than the 10 kings, are Addiction, the demon of greed, which is Tamhench, Agony, the demon of pain, who is Evelyn, Delirium, the demon of obtuse, who is an unknown entity, and if you thought of Shaco, he is not a demon, although he's mentioned as a demon jester, therefore it is someone else. Demacian demons are all shadow demons. The realm which they come from is where Cain and Seth draws energy from. These demons are Nocturne, the demon of nightmares, Stygian Onlooker, stalks sleepy passengers, Evershade Stalker, a demon that multiplies itself, Doombeast, feeds on the soul of his prey, and Dust Rider, a two-headed winged demon horse. Demons of Ionia. Some of these demons are not necessarily evil and are even good according to Ionian folklore. These spirits of Ionia are split into two, the Akana, which are those spirits that didn't let go of the past and are demons on Hea, and then the Kanmei, who let the past go and are benevolent spirits. Frenzy. The demon of madness, it is said he corrupted Jinn, but is not bonded to him. Bliss is an unknown demon. Obsession, Rakshawn or Spirit Blossom Thresh. Hate, Seuga or Spirit Blossom Bane, which tries not to become a demon due to her obsession with a primordial demon of pain, something on the level of power of Fiddlesticks that feeds on pain like Evelyn. Pain, an unknown primordial demon who attacks Seuga's village, and it could be one of the 10 kings. Loss, which is represented by Spirit Blossom Lilia, Temptation, represented by Spirit Blossom Cassiopeia, Despair, which is Spirit Blossom Riven, and Death. Wolf is an Akana demon and Lamb is a Kanmei spirit. The Spirit Blossom demons may have different appearances than the Ionian think, as for example the Kindred is thought to look like this, but of course because we are beyond the Runeterra universe we know the true form of the Kindred is this one. The demons of Noxus are Ram, who is the demon of deep secrets and is the one that Swain is bonded with, Tivolk, the fire demon and one of the ex-hound dogs of Mordekaiser, and now known as Tivers and his teddy bear. The demons of Targons is Camphor, the demon of doubt and misery, and she was banished by Panthen. Azakana are the lowest tier of demons, being the widest in numbers spread across Ionia. This species can evolve into higher ranks and all demons started here, even the 10 kings. Azakana, the demon of negative, Joan. Kurosagol, now deceased, is who John defeated on the King of the Stained Blade. John's mask represents Azakanas he has imprisoned. Also, side note, Ari is a Vastaya, which is a race of chimeras. On my research, everything referred to Ari, being a demon, are legends and myths. Vastayas are mentioned to have close connection to the spirit realm though, yet she is not confirmed as a demon, rather the fear whether she is not, as she feeds in human essence. Not gonna lie, this is actually the most interesting part of lore I have done so far, and I do enjoy the Boy and Darkins a lot, but this demon lore, I didn't know it was this deep, wow. I do recommend this video by Necrit if you're more interested in the topic. I honestly think that Fiddlesticks is a fun champion with a unique playstyle that if you're looking for a new jungle to play, he could be a good choice if you want something different than you have been playing. Right, so moving to his abilities. His passive is a Harmless Scarecrow. Fiddle's trinket is replaced by Scarecrow's effigies. Fiddle can now also stand still for 2 seconds to imitate an effigy. From level 6 onward, you get a red trinket on them as well as vision. Its Q, Terrify, can fear up to 2 seconds at max rank. Passively, which Fiddlesticks is not on combat or has been out of it for 2.5 seconds or more, it is not visible, or he's pretending to be an effigy, the next damaging ability fears the target. Those targets get an individual cooldown which you cannot fear them again. Actively, you deal magic damage to a single target. It is a point and click ability and you fear them. If this target is on Fierce cooldown, his Q will double the damage instead. Bountiful Harvest is its W. Fiddlesticks forms a tether between itself and all nearby enemy units, channeling for up to 2 seconds. He starts sucking the souls just like my girlfriend does with me, and healing a percentage of the damage on the process. This is a ticking ability rather than a perpetual damage. The last tick upon completion deals bonus magic damage. This ability deals reduced damage to minions and increased damage to jungle monsters. If you manage to cast this ability for the whole 2 seconds, 60% of the cooldown will be refunded. Additionally, you don't need to see the targets to use this ability, so it can be used to face check, just by looking whether it lights up or not. It's E, Rape. You slash wherever you aim, dealing magic damage and slowing enemies. If you hit enemies with the center sweet spot, you will additionally silence them for 1.25 seconds. His ultimate and an ability we all know by now is Crowstorm. Fiddlestick casts for 1.5 seconds and then blinks to the selected location, dealing damage in IOE circular area around him. This ability is also a tick rate based ability. This ability can be cancelled by the enemy team during the cast time. For your maxing order, you will start with WQE and you will max as well WQE. Moving on to his build, you will start with a Hellbait and a Control War, like a chat. Then on your first pack you're gonna get Sorks and a Control War. Then you're gonna buy either Rocket Bell or Liandry, which Liandry is more situational. Then you're gonna build a Sonya Hourglass into Voice Staff, a Rabadon's Death Cap, wrapping up with a Shadow Flame. If you use your stopwatch early, pivot into Sonya's instead of finishing Rocket Bell, so the build will be Sonya's, Rocket Bell, Voice Staff, and the others. Because survivability is key to be more consistent on wins, and you can also do Shadow Flame before Rabadon if enemy has a lot of shielding already. Other items you can buy are Demonic Embrace, Cosmic Drive, Horizon Focus, Magi's of course, the best item on a best, Morellonicom, Relies, and Banshee. For your runes you have a very diverse choice, and the first option could be First Strike into Perfect Timing, Futures Market, Approach Velocity, your secondary is Chip Shot, Ultimate Hunter, and your mini runes are going to be Damage, HP. Otherwise, if you're gonna go through the domination tree, you can use either Predator, Electrocute, or Dark Harvest into Chip Shot, Zombie War, or I Will Collection. Secondary is Perfect Timing and Futures Market, and lastly, your mini rooms are going to be Damage, and Health. For your combos, you have Q, Auto Attack E, Auto Attack W. You can also W and instantly flash from a bush to trigger Q's passive before entering combat. R, Flash, or Rocket Bell. The R won't be cancelled once it's been casted, and then you Q, E, W, and then you could Sonic. For your clear, you're gonna start on Wolves by yourself, then you're gonna do Blue and Gromp together, you Smite Gromp, and then you're gonna move into red side to do Raptors, Red, and Crooks. Remember, Fiddlesticks is a very efficient micromanaging clear jungler, so you can always improve on the jungler. For example, you can do Wolves and Blue together on specific spots, then you can do Blue Gromp, chain the Blue into the Gromp, and then you can do Raptors chaining with the Red, and then you can do the Crooks. Of course, there's very specific spots, and I would recommend just watching a quick clear guide that I think was on 111 last time I checked the fully optimized clear, but yeah, it's very specific spots on the map where you need to like reference to do this. I'm sure eventually after some practice you will be able to do this. For your red side, your clear is going to be start on Raptors into Red Crooks and then go down into same thing as before, Wolves and then Blue Gromp together and then Smite on Gromp. Moving into your matchups are Nunu, Gragas, Bolivar, Zac and Ikarim. As you can see, quite beefy champions that can CC you very easily. And your easy matchups are Evelynn, Lilia, Amumu, Karthus and Rek'Sai, which are champions you can completely disable. Evelynn gets close to your AD carry, Q her, kill her. Rek'Sai, if you silence her, she cannot unborrow. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Minion, we cannot do the favorite part of your video this video, because your favorite part of the video is Canning Jungle. And he's a jungler. Do not stress. I already got this cover. Welcome to Canid Lane. Very original. You were not expecting that. Of course, Fiddlesticks Canid Lane. You can either go support or you can play tank Fiddlestick top lane. Please don't. But hey, I'm gonna help you. For your support rooms are going to be Comet, Mana Flowban, Transcendence, Scorch, and your secondary is Perfect Timing, Biscuit to Delivery, Damage, Armor, or if you want to go into the tankier build, or you could also go AP and use these runes, Aftershock, Font of Life, Bone Plating, Revitalize, then Sudden Impact or Chip Shot, into Ultimate Hunter, and then damage, damage, armor. Build Spellthief's Edge into Thonias, Liandry's or Rocket Bell, Morello, and Banshee. And if you want to be that psychopath that is going to play the tank top Fiddle, your build is going to be Samphira Aegis into Steel Caps into Sonias, Philboom Winter, Spirit Visage, and Frozen Heart. Or if you want to mix some AP into the tankiness, you could have a Riftmaker into Steel Caps, Thornmail, Sonia's Hourglass, Philboom Winter, finishing with a Demonic Embrace. Good luck with the report. For his skins, you got Original, Spectral, Union Jack, Bandito, Pumping Head, Fiddle Me Timbers, Surprise Party, Dark Candy, Risen, and Praetorian. Thanks so much for this episode of Wanna Main. I will see you next Monday with a new Wanna Main. Feel free to put in the comments which champion would like to see. I hope on your next 100 games you don't play a single game of Tank Fiddlestick top. At least a ranked game, just play a normal. Don't troll them. Or you play 100 games of Tank Fiddlestick top and rank up. No middle point. It's either none or all. You have to either embrace it or let it go. Goodbye.